Alright, so this is Frankie and Michael, and we have been working on our major project with our two Arduinos. And what we've done is we decided to go for a microprocessing project. So we've got our two Arduinos here, and we've got them to talk to each other. So here, if I was to press this button on my breadboard, Frankie's light turns on, see? And vice versa, when Frankie presses his button, my light turns on. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Basically, whenever I press buttons, when I press my button, we output a value in our output pins. To go to his input pin, we establish the input and output pins, and he reads that value and knows whether his LED turns on or not. And exactly the same thing happens back and forth. So
we've got our output pin. We haven't really done any commenting on it, but we're going to do that before we upload the code to our blogs. And we've set that to 3, and it's the same if we look here on our Arduinos, if you can see that. So I'm trying that the output pin, now you can't see it. Just gonna have to trust my word for it. But the output pin is 3 and the input pin is 2. And then we've connected our LEDs to pin 12 and the button to pin 10. The loop, basically what we're doing is we're setting the variable button val to digitally read our button pin, so which means basically it stores a 0 and a 1 to the variable button val. Whether we've pressed the button or not, 0 will be not pressed and 1 will be full pressed. And then we set our output value as the variable to whatever value the button is, and then we send it out through the output pin to my Arduino, and then over at my Arduino it'll be calling value in, which will read our input pin, which is at pin 2, and it'll print this into the serial what value we get, and it will also digital write to our LED pin, which will basically turn it on and off depending on whether it's a 0 or a 1. So when the button isn't pressed, it's at 0, which means the LED isn't on, and when I press the button, LED on. And that's about it.
yeah, so that's it. Pretty basic, really, but
pretty basic.
Pretty cool as well, because it's our first try at connecting them up together.
Two
so
Arduinos.
Pretty pleased with that.
And
See you all later.